Hello everyone, this is Chase from Chaser Guides. Today we're playing Super Mario Bros. For the NES. This will be a walkthrough that shows many secrets and tries to show you efficient ways of getting through the level and tries to provide helpful tips, and hopefully my commentary will help you along the way. We shall begin soon, but before we begin, I would like to say this will most likely be, this will 100% be a deathless run, and perhaps maybe even a damageless run. I'm not promising, but it very likely will be. Anyway, we shall begin. Super Mario Bros. NES, let's go. Here we are on World 1-1. The first enemy you encounter is the Goomba. It walks slowly and it's very vulnerable. All you have to do is hop on its head. Very simple. Right here, if you hit the blocks, you can get a mushroom. The mushroom makes you grow in size and makes you able to withstand a hit from the enemy. Coins, if you collect 100 of those, that gives you an extra life. So collect as many of those as you can if they're convenient. By the way, this pipe right here, 2 Goombas by the way, simple enough. This pipe right here, if you press down right in the center of it, you will be taken to a coin room of the level. It's very useful and it takes you nearly to the end of the level. However, you can also get a 1-up over here. Now, you can technically get both, but since that's a bit of an advanced tactic and I don't recommend beginners do that, if I would pick the coin room to get sent to near the end of the level with a 1-up, I would recommend the 1-up. So collect the 1-up and I will continue on in the level just to show how to play it. Because, well, I don't want to do the advanced strategy because it's a little bit tough, so I think that'd be a bit difficult. So, continuing on, and we collect a fire flower. Now that we have the fire flower, we can shoot fireballs and defeat our enemies with ease. Right here is a multi-coin block, which is very useful. Keep going forward, and here we collect a star. That essentially makes us invincible. And if you hit this block, there's another power-up that I don't really need, but just want to show that was there. With the star, you can just mow through your enemies because you're invulnerable. Keep going forward. Here's like a little tutorial basically. If you fall down here, you're fine. But in the very next one, right here, there's a pit. So it's basically like a tutorial. Keep going forward. And like I said, I try to recommend keeping fireballs because they're very useful. And eventually you reach this end of the level staircase. Jump to the flagpole and try to get as high as possible. The best you can do is 5,000 points if I'm not mistaken. Here we are at World 1-2, the underground stage of the world. There's 4 stages in every world, and the final stage will always be a castle stage. So be prepared for that, and there will be a boss. Here's the power-up in this set of blocks. Keep going forward and be very careful and slow. I'd recommend going slowly, because you have plenty of time in most stages. Just don't go too slow, of course. Because if you go too slow, the timer will start getting down to 100 seconds, and the music will speed up, and it's very nerve-wracking, so I wouldn't recommend that if you can avoid it. If you hit these blocks enough, you can finally get up there to the star. Right there will always contain a star. And just mow through your enemies, like I said, because you're invincible. Right there is another power-up. And here is a secret multi-coin block. Nice. Jump up here, and you can eventually make your way up here. Right here, there's a secret 1-up, and before you let that start running away, they actually want you to do a little bit of a chase sequence and chase it to a later section of the level. However, if you break that block, which is relatively easy as long as you're Super Mario or Fire Mario, you can collect the 1-up early, and thus, you're able to go into this pipe, which leads to a bonus room, which leads further in the level. And I would recommend beginners do this if they can, and plus, it's a coin room. So go down here and you'll collect coins. You can also smash these blocks if you want, but there's really no point. It's just for fun if you like. Except for this one. This one's interesting because it's a multi-coin block. So nice. Exit out the pipe and it should take you nearly to the end of the level. We shouldn't have much more to go now. Here are these lift platforms, which aren't too bad, but you just gotta get off them before they take you to the pit. There's also another power-up here, there should be, in one of these. I believe it's the final one. Yes, it is. Okay. I'll go and collect that just for points, why not? If you take this path up here, by the way, you can climb up here and get to a warp zone that takes you to World 2, 3, or 4. I will not be doing that, however, because I'm doing this the legitimate way. I'm trying to show you how to play through the whole game. So I will be going to World 1-3. I will not be using the warp zone. Out here, you'll meet the Plant, although we have already met them, but I just want to explain them now. You can't jump on them, and they are invulnerable unless you have firepower or a star. Firepower defeats them with ease, and they do not move. They just stay in place, so don't worry about them too much. Jump to the flagpole, and you have just beaten 1-2. Congratulations. Now we're moving on to 1-3. 1-3 doesn't have a whole lot of secrets, so don't worry too much about it. It's mostly just a platforming level. It's Mario. Big surprise, huh? Use your firepower if you have it. It's very useful. Right there is a power-up block. If you hit that, you can get a mushroom or a fire flower, depending on what state you're in. Also, fair word of warning if you're a newer Mario fan and you haven't played these old games. In this game, if you get hit, as Fire Mario, you actually go to Small Mario, so you only have 2 hits regardless of if you're Super Mario or Fire Mario. It's not 3 hits like in the newer games, so just so you know. Keep collecting coins. And, yep, at the end of the level. Not too many secrets in this level, and pretty simple. Fun though. Nice. Here we are, about to enter stage 1-4, the castle stage of the world. Like I said, there are 8 worlds, and 4 stages in each world, and at the end of each world, worlds 1 through 7, you will fight a boss, Fake Bowser. Fortunately, it's not the real thing, huh? Right there's a power-up. You can collect it if you'd like. It's not super important, especially if you're Fire Mario. I would recommend skipping it because it's a little bit dangerous to collect. These are fire bars, which are completely invincible, and you just want to take your time and go slowly through here. They're obstacles, not really enemies. Just take your time, be careful. I would recommend holding the run button whenever possible, just be very careful. That was a bit of a fluke. I apologize for that shy performance, but it's okay. Let them rotate, and just time it. Once you get to a certain point in classic Mario fashion, because this is classic Mario, Bowser will start shooting fireballs at you. You just want to dodge them. They're pretty random, so just be careful. Also, I love how the fireball is essentially a backward sprite. Funny that. Anyway, there's 6 coins here, which is good for one-up building, so I'd recommend you follow along with me and collect them. They're in a pretty simple pattern. Once you're here, you can defeat Bowser with, I believe, around 5 fireballs, and Fake Bowser will turn into a Goomba. This one only breathes fire, so it's not that bad. Now, if you don't have fire, you're going to have to jump over him or go under him. I would recommend jumping over this one because it's a fire Bowser, and they even provide you an easy platform, and you'll break the bridge out from under him. If you defeat him with fire, well, it's fine. You found out it was a Goomba after all, and you can just touch the axe and you'll beat the level that way. Congratulations, you've just beaten World 1. Not too hard, huh? Thank you, Mario, but our princess is another castle. I suppose that means the chase continues in World 2. Join me next time and I will show you how to go through World 2. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.